Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most powerful platforms in the data world, Databricks. Whether you're a data engineer, data scientist, or just curious about modern data platforms, this video is for you. By the end of this tutorial, you'll understand what Databricks is, why it matters, and how it's revolutionizing the way organizations handle data and AI. Here's what we'll cover in this video. First, we'll explore what Databricks actually is and its origin story. Then, we'll dive into the revolutionary Lakehouse architecture. We'll look at the core components that make Databricks powerful, explore some hands-on code examples, discuss real-world use cases, understand Unity Catalog for data governance, check out the latest AI features, and finally, we'll touch on pricing and getting started. Trust me, by the end, you'll have a complete understanding of this platform. Before we jump into what Databricks is, let's understand the problem it solves. Traditionally, organizations had to manage separate systems: data warehouses for business intelligence, data lakes for storing raw data, separate platforms for machine learning, and different tools for streaming data. This created silos, increased costs, and made it incredibly difficult to get insights from data. Databricks unifies all of these into a single platform, one place for all your data workloads. That's the power of what we're about to explore. So, what exactly is Databricks? Databricks is an American software company founded in 2013 by the original creators of Apache Spark. Yes, the same team that built Spark. The founders include Ali Ghodsi, who is the current CEO, Ayan Stoica, Matej Zaharia, and others from UC Berkeley's AMP Lab. As of 2024, Databricks has a revenue of $2.6 billion and is valued at a staggering $62 billion, making it one of the most valuable private tech companies in the world. They have over 9,000 employees and serve more than 5,000 customers globally. But numbers aside, what makes Databricks special is what they built. The core innovation of Databricks is something called the Lakehouse Architecture. Think of it this way: data warehouses are great for structured data and business intelligence, but they're expensive and inflexible. Data lakes can store any kind of data cheaply, but they lack the structure and reliability needed for analytics. The Lakehouse combines the best of both worlds. You get the flexibility and low cost of data lakes with the reliability and performance of data warehouses, all built on open standards like Apache Spark and Delta Lake. This architecture is why companies like Comcast, Shell, and Walgreens trust Databricks with their data. Now, let's talk about the foundation, Apache Spark. Databricks grew out of the same research lab that created Spark. For those who don't know, Apache Spark is an open-source distributed computing framework that can process massive amounts of data in parallel across clusters of computers. Unlike older systems like Hadoop MapReduce, Spark is incredibly fast because it processes data in memory. We're talking 100 times faster for certain workloads. And Databricks has optimized Spark even further with their proprietary improvements, making it the fastest version of Spark available. Let's break down the core components of the Databricks platform. There are 5 main pieces you need to understand. First, we have Delta Lake for reliable data storage. Second, Databricks Workspace for collaboration. Third, Jobs and Workflows for automation. Fourth, Delta Live Tables for data pipelines. And finally, Unity Catalog for data governance. We'll go through each of these and I'll show you code examples for some of them. Component number 1, Delta Lake. This is huge. Delta Lake is an open-source storage layer that brings ACID transactions to data lakes. ACID stands for atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. Basically, it ensures your data is always reliable even when multiple people are reading and writing to it. Delta Lake provides schema enforcement, time travel, meaning you can query historical versions of your data, and it handles updates and deletes efficiently, which regular data lakes struggle with. Let me show you a quick example of how this works in code. Next up, the Databricks Workspace. This is where the magic happens. The workspace provides collaborative notebooks where data engineers and data scientists can work together. You can write code in Python, Scala, SQL, or R, all in the same notebook. The notebooks support real-time collaboration, just like Google Docs. You can visualize data with built-in charts, integrate with Git for version control, and even schedule your notebooks to run automatically. It's like Jupyter Notebooks on steroids, with enterprise features baked in. And here's something really important: Unity Catalog. As your data grows, governance becomes critical. Unity Catalog is Databricks' unified governance solution for all your data assets. It provides fine-grained access control, data lineage tracking, audit logging, and data discovery. You can control who has access to what data down to the column level. In 2024, Databricks made Unity Catalog open source, which is a big deal for the data community. It means you can use it even outside of Databricks. All right, let's get our hands dirty with some code. I'll show you how easy it is to work with data in Databricks. First, let's read some data. Databricks supports reading from virtually any source: cloud storage, databases, streaming platforms, you name it. Here's how you read a CSV file from cloud storage. Now, let's create a delta table. Remember, Delta Lake gives us those ACID transaction guarantees. This code reads our CSV data and writes it as a delta table. Notice the overwrite mode and the merge schema option. These are powerful features that let you evolve your data structure over time. Once data is in delta format, you get automatic versioning, which means you can time travel to see what your data looked like yesterday, last week, or any point in time. One of the best things about Databricks: you don't have to be a Python expert. You can use SQL for everything. Here's a SQL query that aggregates sales data by region. Databricks SQL is optimized for speed with features like automatic query caching and adaptive query execution. And look at this, the results are automatically visualized. You can create dashboards and share them with your business team without writing a single line of Python. Let's level up and look at a machine learning example. Databricks has built-in support for MLflow, an open-source platform for managing the ML lifecycle. This example shows how to train a simple model and log it with MLflow. We load our data, split it into training and test sets, train a random forest model, and then log everything with MLflow: the model, parameters, and metrics. MLflow automatically tracks everything, so you can compare different model versions and reproduce your results. This is enterprise-grade ML made easy. Finally, let's talk about streaming data. Databricks Structured Streaming lets you process real-time data with the same APIs you use for batch data. This example shows how to read from a Kafka stream and write to a Delta table. Notice the checkpointing and exactly once semantics. This ensures that even if your job fails and restarts, you won't process the same data twice or miss any records. Real-time analytics made reliable. So where is Databricks used in the real world? Databricks powers data platforms at some of the world's largest companies. Comcast uses it for customer analytics and network optimization. Shell uses it for energy market analysis. Walgreens leverages it for supply chain optimization. The common thread? These companies need to process massive amounts of data, run complex analytics, and deploy machine learning models, all at scale. Let's break this down by industry. In financial services, Databricks powers fraud detection and risk modeling. In healthcare, it's used for patient analytics and clinical research. In retail, it enables personalization and inventory optimization. In manufacturing, it powers predictive maintenance and quality control. The beauty of Databricks is that it's industry agnostic. The same platform can handle batch analytics, streaming data, machine learning, and even generative AI workloads. From a technical perspective, here are the main use cases: ETL and data engineering,
building robust data pipelines, business intelligence, creating dashboards and reports, machine learning operations, training and deploying ML models, real-time analytics, processing streaming data, and data governance, ensuring compliance and security. One platform, 5 major capabilities. That's the power of the Lakehouse architecture. Now, let's talk about the AI revolution happening at Databricks. In 2023, Databricks acquired Mosaic ML for $1.3 billion and integrated it into what's now called Mosaic AI. This gives you tools for building, deploying, and governing AI applications. You get AI model serving for deploying models as REST APIs, vector search for building RAG applications, model training for fine-tuning foundation models, and agent framework for building AI agents. This is generative AI integrated into your data platform. And here's something really cool. Databricks built their own foundation model called DBRX. Released in March 2024, DBRX is an open-source large language model with 136 billion parameters. But here's the clever part. It uses a mixture of experts architecture, which means only 36 billion parameters are active for any given query. This makes it both powerful and efficient. Databricks claims it outperforms other open models like Llama 2 on various benchmarks, and it cost about $10 million to train. You can fine-tune DBRX on your own data to create custom AI models for your business. In 2025, Databricks launched AgentBricks, a framework for building AI agents. Think of AI agents as intelligent assistants that can take actions on your behalf. They can query databases, call APIs, read documents, and even write code, all while maintaining context and reasoning about complex tasks. AgentBricks provides tools to build these agents without writing complex code. You define the tools the agent can use, provide access to your data through Unity Catalog, and let the agent figure out how to complete tasks. This is the future of business automation. Databricks moves fast. Let me highlight some recent features from 2024 and 2025. Unity Catalog was open-sourced in June 2024. They added native XML support for data processing. Databricks SQL now has a $1 billion revenue run rate. They launched Databricks One, a no-code BI platform, and they've partnered with Anthropic and OpenAI to integrate Claude and GPT models directly into the platform. The pace of innovation here is incredible. Every few months, there's a major new feature that changes how people work with data.
All right, let's talk money. How much does Databricks cost? Databricks uses a consumption-based pricing model. You pay for the compute resources you use, measured in something called Databricks units, or DBUs. The exact cost depends on 3 factors: the cloud provider you use, AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud, the type of workload, jobs, SQL, or machine learning, and the instance types you choose. There are different tiers: Community Edition, which is free for learning, Standard for basic analytics, Premium for production workloads, and Enterprise for large organizations with advanced governance needs. Databricks runs on all 3 major cloud providers, and the integration is deep. On AWS, it integrates with S3, EC2, IAM, and other AWS services. On Azure, there's a special offering called Azure Databricks that's a first-party service. On Google Cloud, it connects with BigQuery, GCS, and Kubernetes Engine. The core Databricks experience is the same across clouds, but there are some cloud-specific features. Choose based on where your other infrastructure lives. So, how do you get started with Databricks? Step 1. Sign up for the Community Edition at databricks.com. It's completely free and gives you access to a small cluster for learning. Step 2. Complete the interactive tutorials. Databricks has excellent documentation and guided tours. Step 3. Try building a simple ETL pipeline or training a basic ML model. Step 4. Join the Databricks community. There are forums, Slack channels, and regular events like the Data plus AI Summit.
Don't just watch this video. Go try it. The Community Edition is free, and you can learn by doing. Let's wrap up with the key takeaways from this video. Number 1. Databricks is a unified platform that combines data warehousing, data lakes, machine learning, and AI into one Lakehouse architecture. Number 2, it's built on Apache Spark and Delta Lake, both open-source projects created by the same team. Number 3, the platform includes powerful features like Unity Catalog for governance, ML Flow for ML tracking, and now Mosaic AI for generative AI applications. Number 4, it's used by thousands of companies across every industry for everything from basic analytics to advanced AI. And number 5, you can get started for free with the Community Edition. And that's it. I hope you found this deep dive into Databricks helpful. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more data engineering and AI content. Drop a comment below and let me know what you'd like to learn next. Should I do a deep dive on Delta Lake, or maybe a tutorial on building ML pipelines? Remember, the best way to learn Databricks is by using it. Sign up for the Community Edition and start experimenting. I'll link to helpful resources in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy data engineering!